If you have spent your whole life saving for retirement, this may be one of the hardest things you ever hear. The money you worked so hard to build, most people never actually spend it. They die with almost all of it still sitting there. There is a quiet mistake happening in millions of retirements right now, and almost nobody talks about it, because it looks so responsible. And let me be clear right up front. This is not about blowing through your savings or draining your account down to nothing. It is about spending more, safely, and with confidence, not recklessly. What if being too careful with your money is quietly costing you the best years you have left? Meet Elaine. She is 71, healthy, and she has more than $800,000 saved, well more than enough, and she is terrified to touch a single dollar of it. In the next few minutes, we walk through 4 things about spending in retirement. Everybody worries about the first one. Almost nobody understands the fourth. And ironically, the fourth is what finally lets you spend without fear. Stay with me past the 5-minute mark, because that is where we turn all of this into something you can actually do this year. Idea 1. The surprising truth in the data. Most retirees do not run out of money, they run out of time. For years, we have been told the same frightening story, that people spend too fast and end up broke. But researchers who followed real retirees found close to the opposite. The Employee Benefit Research Institute studied how people spend their savings after they stop working, and the pattern surprised almost everyone. Here is what they found. Many retirees spend down far less of their savings than you would expect, and a striking number reach their final years with as much as they started, or even more. Now, plenty of them did spend a real share of it over the years. That part is true, but a large group barely touched the bulk of what they had. And here's the part that really stops you. A striking share of retirees reached their later years holding as much money as the day they retired, or even more. They kept growing it. And it gets stranger. The people with the most money tended to spend the smallest share of it. So Elaine is not unusual. Elaine is the rule. So the real risk for a careful saver may not be running out. It may be dying with almost everything still in the account. Idea 2. Why we underspend even when we can clearly afford not to. Because you cannot fix this until you understand the fear underneath it. The very habit that built your retirement is the same habit that can quietly waste it. For 30 or 40 years, the message ran one direction only: save more, spend less, delay the reward. You got good at it. Then one day you retire, and everyone expects you to flip that switch overnight and spend it back down. Almost nobody can. On top of the habit is real fear, and it is not silly. You do not know how long you will live or what healthcare will cost. You have heard the stories of nursing homes draining a lifetime of savings. So to feel safe, you spend as little as you can and call it responsible. But there is a hidden cost to all of that caution, and no bank statement will ever show it to you. The cost is the trip you did not take while your knees still worked. The time with grandchildren while they still wanted to climb into your lap. That money is still safe, but those chances are gone, and they do not come back. Quick question: which scares you more, running out of money or running out of healthy years while your savings sit untouched? Tell me in the comments, and subscribe for honest retirement talk like this. Idea 3. A different way to think about your money, from a book called Die with Zero. If the first 2 ideas named the problem, this one points at the way out. The book is by a man named Bill Perkins, and the title sounds shocking on purpose. He is not telling you to be reckless or to leave your family nothing. He is asking one question: what is all this money actually for? His argument is that you should aim to use your wealth for a full life instead of dying with a giant pile you never touched. He offers a few ideas that stick. The first he calls time buckets. You break the years ahead into stages and match your dreams to the stage when your body can still do them. Some things are easy at 65 and much harder at 80, and money cannot buy those windows back once they close. The second idea he calls the memory dividend. When you spend on a real experience, a trip, time with people you love, you do not enjoy it just once. You replay it for the rest of your life. A memory made earlier pays you back for years. And here is the one that hits the hardest. Give the money while you are still alive to watch it land. Most inheritances arrive when the children are already in their 60s, long past the years they needed the help. Perkins argues that a gift given at the right moment, when your daughter is buying a first home, is worth far more than the same money handed over in a will. Give with warm hands, not cold ones. You get to see it matter. Just make sure your own future is covered first. Your guaranteed income floor and your care needs come before any gift. Idea 4. How to spend more without ever running out. None of this works if you are still lying awake at night, and this is the part almost nobody bothers to explain. The goal here is not to spend recklessly. The goal is to make spending finally feel safe. Start with what people call an income floor. Add up the steady checks that arrive no matter what, your Social Security, and any pension. That is money you cannot outlive. For many retirees, the surprise is that these checks already cover the basics: the roof, the food, the lights. Once you see the essentials are handled for life, spending your savings on top feels very different. In fact, research from EBRI found that retirees with a guaranteed pension held on to their savings longer and felt far more secure about never running out. That security is the whole point. A dependable income floor under your essentials is what gives a nervous saver the confidence to finally enjoy the rest. The second tool is simple guardrails. A little more in the good years, a little less in the scary ones. You give yourself a comfortable range instead of one rigid number. Spend a bit more in the good years and gently ease off when markets drop hard. That flexibility keeps you safe without freezing you in place. And for the biggest fear, the long-term care worry, the answer is to insure the tail. Instead of hoarding your whole life savings against a disaster that may never come, you set aside a cushion or look at coverage built for that risk so one bad event cannot take everything you have. Handle the floor, set your guardrails, and cover the worst case. Do those three and spending stops feeling like a threat. All right, let's bring this together. Idea 1. Most retirees do not run out of money, they die with most of it, and the wealthiest often spend the least. Idea 2. We underspend out of old habit and honest fear, and the real cost is the experiences we give up. Idea 3. From die with zero, use time buckets to match dreams to your years, chase the memory dividend, and give while you are alive to see it. Idea 4. Build an income floor, set gentle guardrails, and insure against the worst so you can finally spend the rest in peace. The point was never to die with the most. It was always to live with the most. Now, this is a philosophy, not a promise, and spending safely still takes a real plan. But if you are anything like Elaine, the bigger danger may not be your money running out. It may be your time running out first with the account still nearly full. If this video helped you, please give it a like and drop a comment below. I read every single comment and reply personally to your questions. Send this to someone you care about who needs to see it. And make sure you subscribe, because we put out several new videos every week. And the next video you should watch explains the retirement smile and why you will probably spend far less than you fear as you grow older. It is the perfect companion to today's video, because once you see how spending naturally falls over time, letting yourself enjoy your money gets far easier. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. It will be uploaded within the next 2 days. See you there.